Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Ailey. Today's video is an exciting one. Just received one of the new Colour Theory palettes from BeautyBay. Now, I got the blue one. I think it's called Identity, but I've kind of sneak peeked at it, but I left it in its packaging just so that I could show you and unbox it with you together, and we're going to play with it, and we're going to have a look at the shades, and we're going to try it on our eyes, and everything like that. Cool fun stuff. So if you want to see me playing with the new palette, then just keep watching. This is the packaging that it came in. I mean, it obviously came in a box, and then it came in an envelope, and then it came in this. So okay, BeautyBay, but I see you with your packaging. So this is like kind of one of those resealable baggies. I don't know why it is in this, but anyway. So you take it out of this. It comes with stickers. Not sure why, but I suppose that's kind of pretty cool. And this is the palette here. The packaging is really shiny. It's like blue hollow. So out of that packaging and bubble wrap. So there's no way that this is going to be broken. And then this is the palette here. It's quite a thick palette. It feels like that sort of soft touch cardboard, a wee bit like NARS. And it feels really, really luxurious. This cost £25. 25 quid. I mean, seriously. It's got 42 colours in it. This one is Identity, like I said. It is like a really massive, massive palette. So this is the palette here. This is the mirror. Look at the size of that mirror. That's insane. So this is the palette here. This is the one that I went for. It's got like sort of reds, purples, a lot. If you take away this sort of bit down here, sorry, I don't even know if I'm in frame. This bit down here, then it's got lots of sort of neutrals and stuff like that. And the weird thing, or the kind of cool thing about this, is it's got numbers 1 to 7 across the top, and then base, transition, crease, liner, pop, and highlight. No idea what that means. But I think it's sort of eyeshadow by numbers sort of thing. So, let's see what it says on the back. It says, Identity is made up of 42 eye-catching, bright and bold shades with complementing base shades, specially curated, to create mesmerising day and night looks for the beauty obsessed. The palette contains a combination of matte, metallic and colour-changing duochrome finishes, all with insane pigment payoff and buttery texture that blends like a dream. We'll see. The Colour Theory palettes map out the principles of eyeshadow application to enhance your shading skills while inspiring creativity and experimentation. Each palette offers 7 step-by-step looks, plus endless mix and match possibilities. All you need to do is follow the vertical tutorials, or not, to build up your look in a colour by numbers style concept. There you go. In 6 stages, apply base, transition, crease, liner, pop, and highlight for an effortless Instagram-worthy look. No MUA required. So yeah, it is sort of like to help get you into makeup. They have 3 of these palettes, so I think if you were starting in makeup, you could have pretty much any colour you've ever wanted for £75 buying all 3 of them. And that's a pretty damn good deal because some palettes come up to that anyway. So I don't know, I guess that we're just sort of gonna jump into this and see what we can create. I really have no idea what I want to do. You know what, I think I'm gonna take a couple of the shades and just swatch them. Okay, that is the swatches. I'm gonna do one there, one there. I mean, these do feel a little bit, well, I don't know, it's kind of weird. They feel powdery, but they feel buttery at the same time. It's really, really, really strange. There's the purple, red, and the gold. The gold's a little bit lackluster, to be fair. It's not really the best. So, what we are going to do is, I'm going to stick my MAC paint pot on my eyes like I would normally do, and I'm going to scoot you in, and we're going to play with some colours. I keep getting drawn to number 2, which is the one with the purple, so we're going to go for that. I'm going to go into the base shade and I'm going to use this sort of like as my high up transition. Like the one that I always do really up close to my brow. Okay, so I'm going to go into the transition, which is like a really, really dark brown. It's not something I would use as a transition at all, but ignore if you see any lash glue on my lashes. I was just doing a video on Tatty lashes. If you haven't seen that, I'll pop it up there. If it's uploaded already, I'm not sure if it'll be up yet. So it's kind of dark right away for what I would go for, and I am using a really fluffy brush. but I do like the colour. I think it is really nice, and it's blending out really nicely. I mean, there's no, it's sort of sitting where I put it originally, and then it's blowing out quite nicely. So far so good. Okay, so now we have the purple shade for the crease. So I'm gonna take my GH31 brush and I'm gonna dip into that. This has a little bit of shimmer in it as well, which is weird. So, I don't know if I would pair these colours, to be fair, because they're kind of competing with one another. Like, the brown's too dark and it's sort of making the purple compete with it, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not how I would put them together. Okay, the liner is this sort of weird coppery colour. I don't know why you would put your liner before your pop. So I'm gonna break away for just a second and we're gonna go for the pop of colour first. This isn't wet or anything. I've literally picked this up on the GH41 brush and applied this straight onto my eye. For highlight, we've got this sort of pale, it's ever so slightly got a tinge of purple in it. That's really pretty, I like that. And it comes off full pigment straight away. Okay, now we're going to tackle this liner. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I think I'll do it with my flat sort of liner brush. Okay, that's doing nothing. So I'm going to get a spray. Yeah, no, that's doing nothing. Maybe if you had like a mixing medium or something like that. I don't have one, but like I know you can get these mixing mediums. I think Revolution just came out with one that you can mix in with shadows to turn them into liners. This one's just not working at all for some reason. Even if I do that and show you there, it's very, very pale a shade to be trying to go over such a dark shadow that's there. So I'm going to go back in with that purple crease shade and just intensify this outer corner a little bit. I'm going to grab the transition shade and just put that on my lower lash line. See, it's really, really dark. And then I'm going to grab the purple and I'm going to put that on top. Just buff that out a little bit. I'm going to throw on a little lash. I don't hate it, but it's not what I would do. Okay, so this one I followed their tuition on here. The other side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate this look, but I'm going to use the colours that I would normally use. So, I'll probably use the same base because I like how that base looked. Then I'm going to go into number 1 transition because it's got like a purpley hue to it. And I'm just going to do that underneath. See how these shades are very, very similar. This is the GH32 and I'm going to go into that same shade. It's number 1 transition and I'm just going to intensify it a little bit more, so make it just a little bit darker. Then I'm going to grab the number 2 crease shade, which is that purple one, and I'm going to add it in. See how you can just see that purple shade a lot more? That's what I want. I don't want my crease shade to compete with my transition shade. Your transition shade is just that. It helps your crease shade transition into your kind of natural colour you've put either above that or like your natural skin colour. So that is where we're at just now, and you can sort of see that this purple is like a completely different purple. It's really, really dark. And then I'm going to go back in with the pop of colour again. I don't understand the whole liner thing. I don't use shadows as liners. I just find it too footery. So they could maybe just be lid shades as well, in my opinion. That's what I would use them for. Now, this is where I would pick up that transition shade if I wanted to add a little bit of depth to that colour. So, not to completely drown it out or anything, but I would just take a teeny little bit and just sort of mix it in on the outer corner here. Just so that that colour isn't so flat. That is where I would stop with that. Then, obviously, I do I like the colour that they've got in there for the highlight, so I would keep that one, I would use that one. For my lower lash line, I would go in with a transition, number 1 transition shade, because that colour's not too intense. It's quite a light colour, but it's not too light that it's not really going to do anything. Then I would grab the purple shade, and I would put that in close to my lash line. And because that's so concentrated, you don't even need to add the dark shade because it's kind of, it's all there. Here's where I would just completely ignore the liner. I wouldn't do that at all. If I was going to use a liner, I would use one of my liners, like my gel liners or a liquid liner or something like that. If I was going to do it, then I would just add my lash like I did on the other eye. And there you have it. So I hope you can see what I mean by just that this side looks more muddy than this side. Now, that's nothing to do with the shadows. That's all to do with just using them in different ways. So I think the whole colour by numbers is a little bit gimmicky. Know which way I would rather use it. I would rather use it this way. I think that the purple is still coming through. It's beautiful. The colours all do really go together nicely, but just in that one to, you know, dictating which one goes first and things like that. In my opinion, as far as the whole colour by numbers thing, not really a fan, but I'll zoom you out and I will let you know my thoughts on the palette itself. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the whole use this for this, use that for that. I think that you need to figure out what works for you, what works for your skin tone, what works for your eye colour. You need to figure out how dark you go with your shadows, what your tastes are. I don't think there's one size fits all in the way of put this in your crease, use this as a liner, use this as a lid shade, use this as that is that. I don't think that really works. So I think like if a beginner buys one of these, they might struggle a little bit. I like the idea. I think the idea is really cool, but I just think, like I said, that they're in the wrong order. As far as the shadows, the pigment, the way they blend, these shadows are amazing. They are, in that respect, really beginner friendly. I can't really fault them. I mean, I keep sort of trying to find a bad shade. I mean, this look at the swatches on these. I mean, let me pick another one. There's a more orangey one. Let me put that there. I mean, that's phenomenal. That's really good. And not only that, they blend really well. They're really easy to work with. I think if you just take this palette as it is, it's a palette that has all these different colours in it. You can use the colours in any sort of combination that you like and that you think will work for you. These are amazing. This is £25. You can probably tell I'm kind of blown away. BeautyBay, you've done an amazing job. For the price, that is just, the palette is beautiful. I mean, the quality of the palette itself, they're cruelty free and vegan. You've got, the net weight is 42 times 1.4 grams or 42 times 0.05 ounces. So that's how much is in each shadow. They're a pretty good size. So I'm definitely going to play with this some more. If there's any of the other kind of colours in here you would want to see me create a look with, let me know. But apart from that, I think I'm going to wrap up this video here. I am completely convinced that I'm going to love all of the colours in this palette. Of the ones I've swatched, the swatches are amazing. If you were thinking about going to get these, go out and buy yourself even one of them, give them a try. I think you'll be just as impressed as I am. But that's it. I'm done. If you enjoyed this video, I would love if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I do have a giveaway going on at the moment, so if you click up here, I will link the video for you. Go over there and see how you can enter to win some good makeup goodies. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.